our dam are two tiny little creatures looking back at me. And that would be Hosana and Xongile waiting patiently for Mom to return. Hello, you two. What have you been up to this evening or last night? Have you been here the whole time? Yes. You'll see that I have got the spotlight on them. And we generally don't spotlight these leopard cubs as it starts to get dark. However, it is now getting light, so it's light enough for them to see. So it's absolutely fine. We're just using them to illuminate and to find them. Now we're going to get a bit closer and try and see what they're up to and then take the spotlight off them. Hey, you two, are you playing in the bushes? You gorgeous creatures. Alright, so let's take the light off them. The hippo worries me not worries me is not the word I wanted to say. The hippo just changes our approach slightly. We're going to give him a little bit of extra room. He's very, very cut up and scarred along his back. And because this waterhole is very, very empty... Oh, look at that. That's bad. Because this waterhole is quite empty, he's going to feel very insecure, which in turn makes him quite unpredictable. So we're going to give him plenty of room. Hey, boy? Sorry, man. You look like you've had a really rough night. Looks as though he's been in a bar fight last night. They're now going to the other side of the dam. I don't want to get too close to this dam. I just have a feeling with this hippo that he's not going to appreciate it at all. Look at these two. You're having a wonderful time. Oh, and you're making the hippo cross. I bet you've been unsettling him all evening. Hello. The two of them are playing frantically over there. Which way are you going to go now? Have you gone back to your bushes? Let's just keep an eye on our hippo friend. Luckily, we've got some really subtle breaks to announce our approach. He's gone down. I'm going to just stick for now, and just make sure that we don't get into his space. Now, Gil, you wanted to know, while we watch our leopards in the half-darkness, Gil, you wanted to know whether or not this hippo is a baby hippo. No. It looked to me like a bull hippo, a fully grown male hippo, and the fact that he's all scratched up and scarred does kind of reinforce that. In times of pressure... sorry, I'm just watching him carefully. He just flopped and changed direction to come and face us. In times of pressure, which of course this drought would classify as, it is an exceptionally difficult time for our hippo, and they start to fight a lot over space, the limited resource of water. And that does tend to make them very unpredictable, very upset and grumpy, and generally more defensive than they might otherwise be. So I'm just keeping a very close eye on him. Leopard cubs are right next to the dam, and until it gets a bit lighter, we're just going to keep our distance. Try to decide if maybe perhaps it would be best to go to the other side of the dam. Jamie, you want to know if the hippo would hurt the cubs. The answer is no. He wouldn't. I mean, he would if he could, but the chances of him being able to catch leopard cubs is next to nothing. So they've probably been teasing and baiting him all night, just playing with him. It's something new for them to experience while Mom's been away. They've probably been up to the side of the water. He might have chased them a few times. If he could catch them, because they are predators, he probably would kill them. And there are lots and lots of cases, recorded cases, of hippo aggression towards lots of other animals around the waterhole. And there's frequent reports of hippo killing things like antelope that have strayed into the water, and anything like that. Here come the leopard cubs, dashing across. Hello, you two. So if he could catch them, he would hurt them, but there's no way he can catch them. Not a chance, not these two. They are too agile and quick. I'm hoping for our sake that the little leopard cubs are going to come towards us. But while we wait for them to do that, let's go over to Brent and find out what his plans are. The spotted royalty will not keep still for 1 second. The two of them are having such a marvelous game. We do apologize for the quality of the light. It's just because it is early morning on a cloudy morning, and I'm not going to light them up with the spotlight. Let's see if we can catch up with the royal pair. They are all over the place. Oh, hold on. What do I see there? I see something there. I wonder if that's Karula. Or is that just Hosana on a mission? Just using my spotlight to double check, just to make sure it is a little leopard and nothing else. Yep, it is indeed. Okay, everybody duck, hold on to your hats. I feel like I'm about to go into an aardvark trap here. There's 3 leopards. Karula's home. There's Mom. There we go. She has returned to them once again. That explains why they all of a sudden got up and left. What perfect timing for us to see the reunion between Mom and her 2 babies. And they seem overjoyed to see her. She might have got something to take them to. She might also just be checking in, making sure that they're okay before she goes off hunting again. Let's go and see if we can have a look at her belly, see whether or not she's managed to have something to eat. Okay, we've got to be very careful here because there's a very large hole. There's a very large series of holes, and it wouldn't be the first time the ground has collapsed underneath me. Hello, Karula. I love seeing leopards in weather like this. They tend to be so playful and so thoroughly entertaining. Sorry, I've just got to navigate this. It's a bit of a tricky spot. Hello. You're getting a bath, mister. Can you see there, Vima? Is that pole going to be in your way? Oh, Xongile is going to go. Hassan is getting a bath, and his sister is doing something. Stretching. Doing her early morning stretches and having a jolly good cheek scratch. You 3. Look how tall he is compared to his mom now. It feels as though he crows so much every time he sees her. Her mom is on the left and her little boy is on the right, and there's her little girl. So for our new viewers, we've been able to watch these cubs grow up since they were very, very young. In fact, Brent saw them when they were very first born. They're now 11 months old, and we've just watched them grow up, watch their personalities develop. We've been so incredibly privileged. Oh my goodness, look at you go. It's also been fun watching them develop their coordination. How's that? It's like an early morning obstacle course, dashing all over the place. Everybody's having a jolly good scratch on this log now. It's the perfect shape. It's got all these protruding pieces to get to even the most hard-to-reach patch of fur. Here goes Xongile. They really are. They're like children on an obstacle course. They are having so much fun. Straight into Mom, who is really just trying to take a bathroom break. She's got 2 basically teenagers, basically boisterous teenagers on her hands. It's hard work feeding 2 11-month-old cubs, plus herself, all by herself. And I think she's had some tough times recently. That impala kill that she made right in front of us the other day didn't go far at all. Let's not do that. Let's not get stuck. I don't feel like getting stuck this morning. It sounds like a lot of effort. They are streaming out in front of her. I think she's taking them back to a kill. They look almost liquid, the way that they're moving at the moment, the way that they're running through the bush. It's very hard to see. Just hold on a sec. Let's try and get up ahead. The roof makes everything slightly more difficult. Karula, where are you taking your little ones? Please don't say south, although I must So far we're okay. We're going sort of eastish. Oh, someone's going to come up onto the termite mound. Hello, Hosana. You're going to get left behind. You're going to get left behind if you duck out of the way of the camera. For our new viewers, I know some of you have been asking why it is we duck every time we see the leopard or the lion comes close to the bonnet of the car or the hood of the car. That's not because we are terrified of the animals. It's actually just so that we get out of your way so you can watch the amazing scenes like this without our stupid heads getting in your picture, which sometimes still happens. All right, now the question is she taking them to a kill? And is that kill on Djuma? I don't want her to disappear. I'm going to try and stick with her for as long as possible, but it is a bit tricky with this roof. We're going to be negotiating some very, very tricky, quite dense vegetation, so we might lose them in a bit. Hopefully we can stick with them. Don't vanish, you lot. Right. As our little spotted cats slowly wander into the distance, we're going to be taking a short break, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to find out if Karula has a kill and if they're going to have some breakfast. See you soon. And of course, when we are not going anywhere, we're just practicing our ad breaks for the TV show that will be happening in the US, oh dear, in the US at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on Nat.Geo Wild on Sunday evening. So that's what we're practicing for. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Don't let them get too far ahead. Karula does have a tendency to vanish. I've got a sneaky, sneaky suspicion, though, she's taking us south of the boundary. Oh dear. Vim, you keeping an eye? Try and see. No idea. I've got no idea where they are either. Oh. There they go. 3 little sprinting figures. Whoa, whoa, that was a big hole. Did not see that one. You okay there, Vim? Ow. Okay, well, while I negotiate this area and attempt to reconnect my neck to my spine, let's go back to James in the tent.